Don't tell your next move. Ladies and gentlemen, let me ask you something. Have you ever noticed that the moment you tell people your big plans, all of a sudden doubt creeps in? You hear things like, that's going to be tough. Or worse, you're sure you can pull that off. It's like their words sprinkle seeds of fear into your dreams. Here's what I want you to know today. Your dreams don't need an audience, they need action. Now, listen to me carefully. I'm not saying keep quiet because you're afraid of judgment. I'm saying this because the loudest noise you should make is the sound of success. You don't need to announce every step you take. Just let the results do the talking. Protect your vision. It's yours for a reason. Family, let me tell you something. Your vision is precious. It's not a casual thought or some random daydream. It's a divine gift, tailor-made for you. But here's the thing. If you don't protect it, this world will snatch it right out of your hands. You've got to understand, not everybody is going to see what you see. You could be describing the most beautiful sunrise, and some folks will still tell you it's just a bunch of colors in the sky. Why? Because your vision was given to you, not them. It wasn't faxed to their brain or delivered to their heart. They can't feel the passion you feel, and that's okay. But here's where it gets tricky. People will still try to weigh in. They'll tell you why it won't work, why it's too big, too hard, too unrealistic. And if you're not careful, those voices will start to chip away at your confidence. That's why you've got to guard your vision like your life depends on it, because it does. 1, don't let doubt walk through the front door. The moment you share your vision with the wrong people, you invite doubt into your space. And let me tell you, doubt doesn't come alone. It brings fear, hesitation, and insecurity along for the ride. The best way to avoid this, keep your vision sacred. Only share it with folks who will water your dreams, not set them on fire. 2, understand who's in your circle. Let's get real for a second. There are 3 types of people in your life: those who believe in you, those who are indifferent, and those who want to see you fail. The tricky part, sometimes the ones rooting against you look just like the ones rooting for you. That's why you've got to be discerning. Ask yourself, is this person pouring into my vision or draining my energy? 3, your vision is like a seed. And think of your vision as a seed you've planted in your soul. You can't just throw it on the ground and expect it to grow. You've got to nurture it, water it, protect it from the harsh winds of criticism and the weeds of negativity. And remember, the soil matters. If you're planting your dreams in a toxic environment, they'll never take root. But here's the real deal. Protecting your vision doesn't just mean shielding it from others. It means shielding it from yourself. That little voice inside your head that says, what if I fail? Or am I even good enough? You've got to silence that voice. Your vision didn't come to you by accident. It came to you because you're the one meant to bring it to life. And let me tell you something else. Silence is power learned to move in the shadows. Let me tell you all something, and I hope you hear me loud and clear. Silence is power. Now, I know we live in a world where everybody's trying to be seen, trying to be heard, trying to get their likes and their followers up. But sometimes the most powerful move you can make is to keep quiet and let your actions do the talking. See, silence is underrated. It's misunderstood. People think if you're quiet, you're weak, or you don't know what you're doing. But let me drop this on you. Silence doesn't mean you're weak. It means you're smart. 1, silence gives you control. When you stay silent, you stay in control. Think about it. When you're talking too much, you're giving people a peek into your playbook. And let's be real, not everyone is rooting for you. Some folks are just waiting to use your words against you. So why give them the power? Silence keeps them guessing. It keeps you in control of the narrative. 2, Silence protects your peace. Listen, not every battle is worth fighting, and not every opinion deserves your attention. When you're silent, you save your energy for what really matters. You don't waste time arguing with people who don't understand your vision or explaining yourself to folks who've already made up their minds about you. 3, the power of mystery. Let me tell you, there's something magnetic about mystery. When you're quiet about your next move, people start wondering what you're up to, and that curiosity. That's power. They can't prepare for what they don't see coming. They can't block a move they don't know you're making. And let's not forget, silence gives you space to think. When you're not busy defending yourself or explaining your plans, you have the mental clarity to strategize, to dream, to focus. It's like being a boxer in the ring. Sometimes you've got to hold back, watch your opponent's moves, and then strike when the time is right. 4, silence builds confidence. You don't need to tell people you're going to win. You just need to win. And when you do, the silence before that moment, that's what makes the victory sweeter. It's the kind of confidence that doesn't need validation, that doesn't need applause. You know who you are, and that's enough. But let me tell you something else. Focus on the grind, not the glory. Listen up, because I'm about to tell you something that's going to change how you think about success. Stop worrying about the glory. I'm going to say that again. Stop worrying about the glory, because glory, fame, and recognition, that's all the stuff that comes later after you've put in the work. The truth is, people love to celebrate success, but they don't love to talk about the grind. They don't want to talk about those long nights when nobody's watching, or those sacrifices you make when everyone else is out living their best life. But here's the thing, the grind is where greatness is born. And if you're too busy looking for glory, you're going to miss it. 1, the grind shapes you, the glory just follows. People see the end result, the success, the fame, the I made it. But they don't see the tears, the sweat, the sleepless nights you've spent building your dream. The grind, that's where you're really getting shape. That's where you're building the character, the resilience, the skills that will allow you to handle the success when it comes. Because trust me, if you're not ready for it, the glory will swallow you whole. 2, success is an everyday thing, not a one-time event. Too many people think success is this magical thing that just happens to people. No, success is an everyday grind. It's those small decisions you make every single day. It's about getting up when you don't feel like it, putting in the work when you'd rather take a shortcut. That's what success is made of. Not big moments, small, consistent actions that add up over time. 3, the glory will come, but it's not yours to chase. Stop chasing the spotlight. That light will find you when it's time. Right now, your job is to focus on doing what needs to be done. You don't need validation, you need perseverance. You need grit. And when you keep your focus on the grind, when you pour your energy into the work, that spotlight is going to come to you whether you're ready for it or not. 4, glory is a distraction, grind is your weapon. Here's the real talk. If you're focused on the glory, you're distracted. You're out here looking for recognition, trying to prove something to everyone else. But the grind is your weapon. It's what gives you the strength to keep going when things get tough. It's what makes you unstoppable. Don't get caught up in the hype. Stay grounded. Keep grinding. 5, the real reward is knowing you gave everything. The real glory is the satisfaction that comes from knowing you gave everything you had every single day. That feeling of waking up and saying, I did what I said I would do. The glory, that's just the cherry on top. the grind. That's the foundation. The real reward is internal. It's the pride that comes with knowing you did your best, even when nobody was watching. And let me tell you something else. Avoid dream killers, protect your peace and progress. All right? Let me speak to you from the heart today. There are some folks in your life who'll smile on your face, but deep down, they don't want to see you succeed. I know it's hard to hear, but it's the truth. There are dream killers out here. And I'm not talking about your haters on the internet or the people who barely know you. I'm talking about the ones close to you, the ones you trust, the ones who will look you in the eye and tell you they just want to help. Here's the thing, dream killers are everywhere. They come in all shapes and sizes. They might be your friend, your family member, or even someone you admire. And what they do, whether they mean to or not, is put doubt in your heart. They tell you your dream is too big, too crazy, too unrealistic. They'll make you second guess yourself and question every step you're about to take. That's why you've got to be careful, because the moment you let someone kill your dream, they steal your power. 1, recognize the dream killers. It's time for you to open your eyes. Dream killers come in all forms. They're the ones who don't understand your vision, but they'll tell you it's impossible. They're the ones who'll tell you you've got a good job, why risk it? Or maybe you should stick to what you know. They're comfortable in their own little box, and they want to keep you in that same box. But let me tell you something, your dreams don't belong in a box. They're meant to soar, to grow, to take you places you never thought possible. But you can't do that if you keep listening to people who don't see what you see. 2, the hidden dream killer, your own doubt. Now, here's the hardest part of all. Sometimes the biggest dream killer isn't someone else, it's you. That voice inside your head that tells you you're not good enough. That little whisper that says, who do you think you are trying to do something big? That voice is a dream killer too. And the worst part, you can't always escape it. But what you can do is fight it. You have to remind yourself that the dream you have inside you is bigger than any fear, any doubt, or any negative thought. You are worthy of the life you're dreaming about. You are capable, and you can't let that voice stop you. 3, keep your circle small and strong. When you're chasing your dreams, you can't have everyone in your ear. Some people just don't have the right energy for your vision. If you're surrounding yourself with people who don't encourage you, who make you feel like your goals are too far-fetched, it's time to make some changes. You need a circle that pushes you forward, not holds you back. If someone in your life is constantly feeding you negativity or talking down your dreams, it's time to take a step back. You don't have to cut them off, but you do have to distance yourself, protect your peace, protect your dreams, and let go of the people who don't want to see you grow. 4, your dream is yours, guard it like it's your life. You wouldn't let someone walk into your home and steal your stuff, so why would you let them steal your dream? Your dream is just as valuable as anything you own. It's yours, and it's up to you to protect it. Stop letting people talk you out of what you want. Stop letting the world tell you what's possible and what's not. The world didn't create your dream, you did. So you get to decide what happens with it. 5, let their doubt fuel your fire. You know what I love? When people doubt you, when people look at your dream and laugh or tell you it's never going to happen. Because that's when you get to show them who you really are. Their doubt. Let it fuel your fire. Their disbelief. Let it make you work harder. Every time someone tells you it's impossible, take that as a sign that you're on the right track. Dream killers are just jealous of your ambition. But don't worry, you'll show them that your dream is unstoppable. Shock the world, show them what you're made of. I'm about to say something that I want you to really feel in your bones. You're not here to blend in. You're not here to follow the crowd. You're not here to play it safe and be like everybody else. No, you're here to shock the world. That's right, shock the world. I'm talking about doing something so big, so bold, so out of the ordinary that the people who doubted you will be left speechless. The people who told you you couldn't, wouldn't, or shouldn't, or folks are going to be sitting there looking at you like, how did they do that? And here's the kicker, they're not going to be able to figure it out because they didn't see it coming. Step into your greatness. Don't wait for permission. First things first, stop waiting for someone to tell you that you're ready. Stop waiting for someone to give you permission to go after what you want. You're already ready. You have everything you need inside you. God didn't make you to sit on the sidelines. He made you to step up, to take charge, and to create something that leaves people's jaws on the floor. But you've got to make the decision to step out there and do it. You've got to make the decision to show the world who you really are. 2, get comfortable with being uncomfortable. Let me tell you something about greatness is not going to be comfortable. The journey to shocking the world is going to challenge you in ways you've never imagined. You're going to face setbacks, roadblocks, and people who are going to tell you that what you're doing is impossible. But you know what? That's exactly where you need to be. You've got to get comfortable with being uncomfortable. You've got to embrace the discomfort because that's where growth happens. Nothing worth having comes easy. 3, the power of believing when no one else does. There will be moments when it feels like nobody believes in your dream. You'll be out here fighting for something bigger than yourself, and the world won't see it yet. People will doubt you. People will laugh at you. But here's the thing, they don't need to believe in your dream for it to happen. You believe. You believe in yourself. You believe that no matter how long it takes, no matter how many obstacles you face, you can make it happen. And when you believe that deep down, the world has no choice but to watch you rise. Your actions are the mic drop. Let your results speak for you. Let me tell you something real quick. Too many people out here are talking. Everybody's got an opinion. Everybody's got something to say about what they're going to do or what they could do. But the real power, the real respect, the real impact comes from your actions. I want you to understand this. Your actions are your mic drop. I'm talking about that moment when you don't have to say a word. When you've put in the work, when you've hustled, when you've made it happen, and all you have to do is step back, look around, and let your results speak for themselves. The mic drop is when you've already shown the world who you are without saying a single thing. Your actions do all the talking. 1, stop talking and start doing. Listen, we all know that person who's always talking about their big plans, their dreams, their next move. But you know what's the difference between them and someone who actually makes it? The work. It's easy to talk a big game. It's easy to tell everyone what you're going to do. But you know what's hard? Getting up every single day and doing the work. I'm telling you right now, stop talking about it and start being about it. Your actions will drown out all the words. When you show up and put in the effort, people won't need to hear about your dream. They'll see it. 2, consistency is your real flex. You want to impress people. You want to shock them. You want to let them know that you're serious about your goals. Be consistent. That's the real flex. It's easy to do something big once in a while, but the magic is in doing it every day. The grind is what gets you to the finish line. It's what makes you stand out. When you consistently show up and keep putting the effort, you're letting the world know that you are not to be underestimated. And when the results start coming in, they'll be looking at you, waiting for you to drop that mic. 3, talk less, show more. You don't need to explain yourself to anyone. You don't need to justify why you're chasing your dreams, why you're working so hard, or why you're moving in silence. When you're out here making moves, making progress, and seeing results, you don't have to explain a thing. Your actions will speak volumes. When you let your results do the talking, you'll leave the people who doubted you in awe. They'll be sitting there like, I didn't think they had it in them. And that's when you drop the mic. You don't need words. The results say everything you need to say.